Well, welcome back. I'm Mag Grabo.
Confused cook.
It was
G'day.
trying times. We just had some technical difficulties with the equipment.
Indeed.
We're gonna need to upgrade our shit. Okay, this is 14 deadliest animals down under.
Don't press stop recording.
Don't
this
press
time.
stop recording. Oh, that's right. So there. Okay, it's got to go here. Right, yeah, that's over there. All right, so this is by someone. I think it's an English guy, but we're going to react because we're two Aussies and we know the deadliest animals in Australia. So let's without further ado.
Australia is a country full of lots of bitey animals that want to end your life. Although there are some dangerous creatures in Australia, the risk of them biting or killing you is relatively low. In fact,
Bitey
there are
animals.
plenty of other countries that are far more dangerous when it comes to wildlife. But of course, it's important not to be reckless when visiting Australia.
Pretty sure there are no
We'll be
tigers
going
in
through
Australia.
Just a few
No.
creatures on the continent, as I will be going through the deadliest animals in Australia. The first group of animals we will be looking at are the land animals.
Oh, look at
When
that.
we first take a look at the
That looks like a
Australian
deadly
ecosystem,
animal.
It seems to be missing something. Most other
Little
continents
rock
have
wallaby or
large
something.
land carnivores.
That's a
whereas
leopard.
Australia seems to be lacking them.
You said
This
most
land
other
was
countries
once
have
home to a
large.
marsupial lion, but this creature went extinct around 30,000 years ago. Today, one of Australia's largest land carnivores is the dingo, but this wild dog wasn't always Australian.
They're so cute.
The earliest known dingo fossil was found in Western Australia, and this dates back to around 3,450 years.
So the earliest date was not in Australia, but it was in Western Australia.
Yeah.
What a fucking dickhead.
Yeah.
And also, they were found in Papua New Guinea and Indonesia. Like back in the day, I'm talking a few thousand years ago, Australia, and you could walk there. So they migrated. Like, has this cunt done any fucking research?
Years ago. It's thought that dingoes first reached Australia around 8,300 years ago, and it's believed that they were brought over by a human population. Since then, they really have made Australia their home.
No,
but
they
they're not
didn't.
exactly very
Dumb
dangerous
fuck.
to humans. In most cases, dingoes only go after children, and the most recent attacks were non-fatal and happened in 20...
ate my baby. It's actually one of the biggest stories in Alice Springs on stage.
That allegedly.
So-
Anyway, they got found that they didn't do it, but the last one was on that sand island,
Fraser Island.
Fraser Island. Yeah.
I've been there.
So there was a couple there. They had tents. They had a little baby, and it was in the fucking tent. Okay, and because Fraser Island's got more dingoes, it's probably the only real wild dingoes left in Australia, except for the middle of Australia, if you can find any. So there, and yeah, a dingo, it went into the tent, picked the actual baby up. It was only a newborn, and it was walking off with it. It was lucky. It was lucky that the parents saw what happened.
Yeah.
Now there are fucking signs everywhere on Fraser Island.
Don't leave your children unattended.
Not don't leave. Well, that's any fucking where. But
Dingoes everywhere.
dingoes everywhere. Don't feed the dingoes. Fucking keep them because they're fucking everywhere. And because they're so used to human, and not only that, in a tent, and the tent was open.
Yeah. Fucking
Like
retards.
fucking retards. Like fucking hell. Anyway. Anyway.
2021. To this day, there has only been a handful of fatal dingo attacks, and for the most part, we're not on the menu, and they don't view us as food. In Australia...
Okay, there's never been any documented fatal fucking dingo attack. It's halfway between a fox and it's a mid-sized fucking animal. Yeah, it's got a hefty jaw on it, but fatal attack? What a fucking dickhead.
Far more people are killed by domesticated dogs than they are by dingoes. And really, they're
there
not
was.
as dangerous as you might think.
In
There are some other
2001,
relatively large land carnivores
where a
in
9-year-old
Australia,
boy
and
was
these come
killed
in
on
the form of
Fraser
monitor
Island.
lizards.
It's the last documented fatal attack by a dingo.
9-year-old boy.
Yeah. Dingo attacks in humans are rare, but when they do occur, they can be serious.
They're vicious little fuckers.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's called the FA and FO. You fuck around, you're going to find out. Right, here we go. Monitor
The
lizard.
largest of the Australian monitor lizards is the parenti, but really this creature is very unlikely to attack a
So
human.
elegant.
These lizards live in the more arid areas of Australia, and they very rarely encounter humans. Even if you did come across this reptile in the wild, it would probably flee, as it's really focused
it
on
would.
much smaller prey, such as lizards and birds. Strangely,
can
one
eat
of the
them.
most dangerous
You don't
creatures
fuck
that you
with
can
them,
run
though.
into on
Nah.
land in Australia is not a
Just let 'em
predator,
do
and
their
is in
business.
fact the southern cassowary.
Oh, this
This bird is one of 3 species of cassowary, and it is the heaviest bird in Australia despite being shorter than the emu. These giant birds mostly feed on fruits on the
This is mostly overrated. I know it's a dinosaur. I know fucking, but dude, they live where pretty much no one
Yeah,
lives.
you never see them.
And these things, you don't fuck around with them because they are a vicious
yeah.
fucking animal.
They
Anyway,
will absolutely tear you from limb to limb.
forest floor, and for the most part they are quite peaceful creatures. Problems arise when people start feeding these birds,
Yeah, exactly.
as these birds can
Like
become
any
very
animal.
protective of their young, and they don't need a lot of encouragement to attack. One of the things that makes the southern cassowary very dangerous are its 2 spear-like inner claws. When attacking, it will thrust these towards people, and they can easily become embedded in your abdomen. Even though these birds are potentially dangerous, attacks are still relatively rare, and there have only been a few fatalities over the years. One of the most recent fatal attacks didn't even happen in Australia, as a Florida man was killed by his pet cassowary in 2019.
Don't
Surely
freaking
this
own a
bird doesn't take
goddamn
many lives,
fucking
it's-
cassowary.
a Florida man
Of course,
had a cassowary in fucking Florida
of course, fucking
and
Florida
it
people
attacked
have
him
it.
and killed him.
So stupid. Dumb.
Didn't have an ear
Dumb.
because Australians know not to fucking go near him.
Yeah.
Any Australian knows that.
Look at the big dinosaur-looking motherfucker.
Only stupid fucking tourists do shit like that. Oh, let's go and fuck around with one of the most deadliest fucking currently land animal birds on the face of the planet. Like, fucking,
best
these
being
cunts are
young,
real
and this
smart.
is especially the case if they have young.
Fucking smart.
Even though Australia is lacking some large land carnivores, it definitely isn't lacking some
Oh,
venomous
the black snake.
creatures. Australia is famous for its highly venomous snakes, and there really are quite a few
Water-
species.
that's like a-
The species
like a water
is often
moccasin.
known as the most deadly
The inland taipan.
Yeah,
but
they're
really it's
brutal.
very unlikely that you will come across this snake.
Okay, maybe gets to about 5.5 foot, this snake. It is the deadliest snake in the world. And thank fuck it lives in the most arid part of Australia.
Is it the deadliest, or is the king brown the deadliest?
No, the king brown is like the third. It's like you've got most venomous and most toxic. Anyway, this thing here, like one drop of this will fucking kill like 100 men or some fucking shit. You virtually have no fucking, because if you get bitten by this cunt
you're very
out in
right.
the middle of nowhere, and you're fucking hundreds of miles from anything, you're gonna die. Because you're dead you get bitten by this cunt, you're dead in 40 minutes. Yeah, this thing's no joke. You
Yeah,
don't
inland
fuck
type.
around with this thing, man.
Yeah, fucking one bite could potentially kill 100 full-grown
That's
men.
just what I said.
Yeah,
So,
that's ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck it.
And
yeah.
it's only about at 5.5 feet long. As I said, thank fuck they in the middle of Australia.
Yeah, but fuck.
Even black fellas don't fuck with them.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you, fucking.
I'm guessing their strike rate's pretty
Exactly.
fucking, like, pretty
More
lightning.
than 85% of Australians live within 50 kilometres of the coast.
That's
and
true.
that's because the majority of Australia is inhospitable. Most of
True.
Australia is made up of dry deserts, and it's
That's
very
true.
hard to make a living here. In these areas is where you'll find the inland taipan, and really this snake wants nothing to do with you. They feed almost exclusively on small mammals, and they'd only bite a human in self-defense.
Yep.
This snake is called the deadliest snake in Australia because of its venom, as it's estimated that one bite possesses enough lethality to kill at least 100 fully grown humans.
That's all we just said.
These are very frightening, but there are quite a few
I
other
knew that.
species that
Anyway,
kill more
I did
people
some
in
research on
Australia
this
than
fucking
the
thing.
inland taipan. Since the year 2000, there are 4 main culprits favourites when it comes to snake bites fatalities, and these are the coastal taipan with 3 fatalities, the western brown snake with 3 fatalities, the tiger snake with 6 fatalities,
King brown?
and the eastern brown snake with
Eastern
12
That's
brown,
the
fatalities.
Eastern
yes.
brown.
These
King
two
brown.
species
King
are
brown,
the
Eastern
most
brown,
venomous
it's the same
snakes,
thing.
but they're more
King brown
likely
can get
to
over
come into
12 feet.
contact with
Yeah.
humans, and they're more likely to bite.
They are
Luckily, if you are
freaking
bitten by any of
insane.
these snakes in Australia, normally if you get medical attention,
We
you
had
will
one
be
crawling
fine.
up our
As
front
there
door
are so
once.
many venomous creatures in Australia, most hospitals have a large amount of anti-venom, and
They
this
do,
of course
thank
will
fuck.
reverse the effects of the venom. Australia is also very well known for its large spiders.
Yeah, red
and
back.
these
funnel
can come
web
in the form of
spider.
That's a red
tarantulas,
back. That's a
trapdoor
funnel web.
Yeah,
spiders,
no,
and
That's
ghost
not.
spiders.
that's the
All
funny.
of these arachnids are potentially dangerous, but
Oh, I love
possibly
the
the
funnel
most
webs.
deadly
Oh,
species is the Sydney
that is
funnel
the
web. This
best spider. Oh, I love it when it fuck prances up.
Oh, that makes.
Oh, I love him. I love catching them.
Give me the fucking bug spray. Where's the mortine?
Nah,
Give me
nah,
a fucking
nah.
knife.
You
Give me
catch them, the beautiful
Give me a
things.
fucking knife.
What you do is
Hang
you
on.
get